Be possible for them. They have to draft something that does well in the lanes, but at the same time, Fnatic, they don't really have weak side lanes. We saw the Ursa, we saw the Bane.
And up first blood. The laning phase is still being won by Fnatic. Fortunately for them, the Necrophos is doing equally well in the top lane. Xin is currently top of the CS board, 15-3. That's pretty impressive against an Ursa.
Envy getting pressured under the tower. They glyph for this too, and Tiny's coming in.
That is a smart glyph. Usually you save your glyph to be able to win the mid lane, but this is a great opportunity for them to put pressure onto Eternal Envy. They are going to be able to get him with the avalanche, slow him down. The death pull should be enough to finish him off. That's going to be your first blood. Xin picks it up on Eternal Envy.
Envy going down early.
Uh-oh, nice leap into an arrow. That was a cute little play from Universe. XCJ couldn't get there in time to be able to block it. Might just juke it into trees. Tries to juke it into trees, but that's a dead end, my friend. And they will trade 1-for-1 now. DJ, he just doesn't seem to have much of a lane at all. In fact, he just had to use the Icarus dive. When dive is on cooldown, he pretty much has no lane press. What? He killed the courier with the tree. Nice little play there from PYW. And now they're going to close in on Eternal Envy. Tossing back into Xin, being able to get a good death pulse in. He has a clap just trying to slow them down. Good use though. The Ghost Shroud is going to also slow down Eternal Envy, hoping to be able to keep pace.
He's going to turn this.
But Eternal Envy sees the opportunity to be able to turn around. They're slowed down for the attack speed by DJ, but Eternal Envy, he just pushed a little bit too far. Xin, nice body block there from PYW. It's almost enough. They need another shot. He does have a tree. He's going to pick up the tree and take Eternal Envy down.
They're going well.
And the truth is that bottom lane, GGG is being able to pick it up. He's actually over the
double stun right now. Yeah. PYW in mid lane.
They're going to be able to get a nice avalanche out from PYW. Almost finishing up Highlight Die. The brain sap will be able to keep him alive. Long range trade. He tried to go for the nightmare block, but it wasn't good. And every little bit of dread you have about the laning phase kind of not going your way if you're Fnatic. It's just being amplified. So they need to be able to pick something up. ZYD being pressured by Abed. Forces a rotation from XCJ. He cancels that TP though. Staying by GGG's side in the bottom lane.
XP looking pretty good right now for Serenity.
Top lane, they're going to go for the dive. Eternal Envy super low, but trying to get the healing salve. He will be able to juke around a little bit, but the death pulse finds him. Couldn't really get far enough away. And DJ, he'll stick around, maybe collect some of the...
If you lose your lanes this badly, if you start the game 10 minutes in 5-6k gold, it's really hard to recover that. And so far, I mean, Necro's such a beast of a hero. He doesn't have a lot of natural counters in this lineup anyways.
Yeah. Universe, they're going to deal with the missile. Highlight Die comes in from behind. They should be able to get it. Now the sleep, and good draw of aggro there. Highlight Die pulls the creeps to himself to make sure that Arrow has a free path to be able to line up on GGG and gets the kill. That was a cute little play from Highlight Die.
And they needed some
Vincent is here in the jungle right now. He really wants to make sure they can't actually steal that. PYW does manage to get the AoE stun onto the birds, but they're trying to target Xin. He pops the Ghost Shroud to protect himself a little bit. Now the lead on the other side does manage to hit up the Bane. Reaper's Scythe will manage to get all that off there. He's getting a little bit of heal off of the Death Pulse stacks, fortunately, and that just means Fnatic going to have a hard time killing him in that early lead. They try and offset that by going for this desperate gank in the bottom lane, and it just doesn't work. Highlight Die's going to run to the smoke. Does manage to get the Nightmare on Selena. Quick wake up there from PYW, but it's not going to be good enough to save Highlight Die's life. And so they just had to give up on those kills.
Hey, look at this farm progression right now by PYW. He's almost got his Blink Dagger. They're prioritizing this right now because they lack a little bit of initiation.
ZYD does not have the Laguna Blade. Is coming up in a second here, but the sleep comes off.
He's got Fiend's Grip
just in time, and maybe with the Fiend's Grip. ZYD's all by himself. Ogre's going to try and come forward. He actually gives up on it. He says that is too far of a distance for me to trek.
Want to be able to take some towers so that you can open up some objectives, maybe even enable Envy to go for the Roshan, but nothing feels too good here as...
Oh, Highlight Die just instantly gets the Laguna Blade. Yule Scepter goes on to prevent him from getting off the Nightmare or the Brain Sap. He finally does get it off on XCJ. Not able to get a kill from it, though. Again, every single time we start approaching those 5-minute bounty runes, we're going to have some sort of...
Bounty runes right now. Fnatic still posturing forward.
Dire are scanning.
Universe is going to throw an arrow to try and protect it. LSA goes out, and they do manage to get a really good slowdown there. From the Phoenix, Yule Scepter goes off to be able to dodge a lot of damage. That just sets up the tiny village, but it keeps on missing the sun. PYW, a beautiful setup, but it's not good enough. The Supernova already up. They have to retreat. With Alina dead, they have very little damage. So Fnatic, they do manage to win this initial fight, but PYW, he does have another opportunity with that blink. They're going to go for the Yule Scepter from Xin, slowing down this Visage. Now, nice first stun. Familiars. They jumped in. They managed to hit the sun with a follow-up arrow. The Reaper Scythe is not going to be good enough. They completely with that one. Now, maybe, just maybe with GGG, they will be able to pick up one kill, and that's Universe is out of leap charges. PYW tried to jump in and just results in a quick arrow death. Now we're going to go back to the game where PYW does manage to catch up. Abed, the LSA doesn't actually land, and Abed managed to get away. Turn around, the good blade does manage to finish off Pylai Die. Abed
Gold lead. Still a relatively even game here for either side. And the smoke attempt from PYW.
PYW does manage to grab Pylai Die once again the ensnare into the arrow. They just keep on focusing in this bait, but they're going to trade off significantly here. PYW has... Does that include the Necrophos? Do you think he's going the right build? Centaur stun, nice double Centaur stun. The LSA arrow follow-up late for that one. GGG just gets blown up. XCJ, he's going to be next on the firing line as Abed is able to take him down to kill the egg, and then they lose the fight. Or they have to just run away from the egg, and that just gives a lot of opportunities for arrows or beam script.
Oh, Pylai Die.
Speaking of that, man, he's going to get the Nightmare off. Caught by the LSA, though. Dead
Pylai
again.
Die doesn't care. Because look at this, PYW.
Tries to get in there. Fnatic this time around do not manage to trade Pylai Dies for anything worth it. In fact, if anything, Abed may be caught here. PYW is going to toss him back into the team. That is a beautiful placement. They do throw out the Supernova, but there's no damage to be able to protect it. The arrow's going to come in, but the egg does explode still with all of Serenity focused up for free.
There's no pressure being applied on the side lanes. Universe is going to connect to the rest of his team.
Look at
the big fight.
He feels like he's so tanky, and he might be right. The Gold Scepter being used on an enraged Ursa. That was not the initial. He's in the middle of everyone. The Supernova. He does manage to go throw down, but the BKB activated by GGG with a flag cannon does manage to take that out. And now, Fnatic just falling apart now. This best of one. They get all wiped. And Aegis come back here for Eternal Envy's Ursa, but he's got nowhere to run to. He can't blink out. That is 6 people dead from Fnatic, all for an ogre.
Bottom lane. Here comes the assault from Serenity. They just want a team fight. They've got everything back up. Fnatic don't want to give this up for free. Pylai Die leads with the sleep.
They do have the BKB as well as that Lotus Orb, so they're just not going to be able to sleep combination. PYW, he sees the opportunity to grab Pylai Die and Fnatic. They just don't crack under that same pressure.
Look at this Fnatic setup right now. Is Pylai Die trying to break the smoke, just walking back and forth.
Well, he'll have his wish. He breaks the smoke indeed.
Engagement. 9k is the deficit. Tier 3 tower about to fall. Fnatic, where's your defense?
He's going to try and go now. Goes for PYW with that in range. Instantly hit by the LSA. All that damage slayed up. Universe comes in with a BKB. Still focusing on that support. Tiny with a beam script. They will be able to take him down, but Serenity, they're going to call that.
It's up soon. Serenity smoked up. They want to try to find a core here.
PYW leading the way. His smoke is going to pop first. He blinks the wrong direction. Universe is able to leap away. Arrow misses there. DJ's on the side. They spotted out with the Death Pulse. Eternal Envy's going to be found here. PYW, he may not have caught Universe, but Eternal Envy game. Fnatic are going to go for a 3-man smoke. They're going to stumble into the Roshan attempt. They're going to throw out the arrow. The arrow hits. Q, that's pretty good. He's at half HP. They may just try and get this one. XCJ, he's going to try and stop someone. Stop Pylai Die for being able to get the script, but it's still enough to be able to take out Q. But now Fnatic has to start retreating. XCJ, a little bit targeted. They do manage to get a Nightmare out on Selena, trying to set up on him, but he managed to get off the BKB before the birds drop. Now PYW comes in and just starts beating down PYW. Oh,
he's got some bashes.
Supernova already going down. He does manage to get the bashes coming in, but it's not enough to be able to win that fight. But maybe on the Lena, it's almost enough. The Reaper Scythe is not enough to be able to stop him from killing the Lena. And now Q has to start backing away from Eternal Envy with no Ghost Shroud up for 3 seconds. They do manage to get the stuns. He gets a little bit of a Spirit Vessel. Q is still surviving though, and Fnatic retreat back to their shrine. GGG threatening them with the missiles. But opportunity of the arrow and taking full advantage of it. Even if they don't get the Roshan themselves, they now have a window back into this game.
Envy buys out his BKB. This is the big fight. Serenity, they need to grab a Rax here.
PYW just goes for the quick kill on to Pylai Die. DJ comes in, does mention hit. Some pretty good fire spirits, throws out the Supernova down. That's why GGG goes in. They need to be able to get the bash to protect the Supernova, and it's not good enough. GGG may die, but that's just going to be the Aegis, and there is going to be no go down. Universe is doing pretty good, but Envy still ends up falling. Abed gets some really good control, but there's just no damage to follow it up. It's Universe has already blown his BKB. They're going to finish off the Familiars and probably take the lane of Rax as well. Can they go for more, though?
It's a 3-on-2 right now. No buybacks on the side of Fnatic. Serenity should be aware of that.
No Familiars, no BKB. Serenity, they gotta be feeling really good about themselves as long as they just don't get over-eager.
Oh, Q, he's gonna get
Q, he's gonna be feed script up, and Eternal Envy instantly pounces on that. Q is
now playing blind, but they're gonna smoke up anyways with no vision.
Pylai Die, he's going to be the first one to break the smoke. XCJ is on the front line as well. PYW's gonna jump in, try and go for the bait. Universe immediately tries to see that opportunity to go for him, but they're also pulling up on it. Reaper side comes in, takes him out. He does have a buyback. Eternal Envy turning with his BKB, but they just kite him around. This is the power of the Scotty and the Gyrocopter. Eternal Envy has nothing to be able to hold on to. The Moonlight Shadow drops the sentry, and there goes Envy. To that tier 3. So Fnatic, they've got to come up with a response and fast. Otherwise, they will no longer have that tier 3 to rely on. Shin-Q takes a lot of damage too. There goes that Aeon Tinsky will be able to protect him. The Supernova goes down, but they get the beast grip onto the Gyrocopter. The Supernova still dies from ZYD. He managed to focus that on the back lines. Universe trying to go for the assassination attempt on Selena. Couldn't quite get it and dies instead. He does have a buyback, but he's holding on to it now as he sees that his team is successfully
Man strong right now. They've got the refresher on a Jin-Q.
And they've already popped that, so they've got a second round of the Aeon disc. Jump in from PYW, he jumps and tries to take Eternal Envy, he managed to get the look on a blade. There goes the Eternal Envy, there comes the buyback, and Reaper side cuts down the Phoenix with no buyback either. He's dead for 2 minutes. And arrow comes down, another swing and a miss there from Fnatic as they just seem to have no lockdown. Pylon die, he's just gonna die to flat cannon shots, not like this, Fnatic. A lane of Rags gone, Serenity, they see one more to go and they will have Megas, and they'll probably have the game in the bag.
Fnatic, if you get Mega here, that might just be all their hopes and dreams.
Trying to jump in, immediate Yule Scepter from CYD, stopping Eternal Envy. He tries to turn, but he can't really go on Jin-Q. He's already ghost tried it, so he goes PYW, but he's the last man standing. Eternal Envy calls it GG from Fnatic. Team Serenity will move on in the International, and Fnatic will be eliminated.
That is such a disappointing result for Fnatic. One of the 2 Canadian players in this tournament.